folks. I don't know if you watched our unboxing video at all, but you should go watch that first, then watch this, because we are today talking about the brand new Goodyear tyre. This is the Goodyear Wrangler Boulder MT, and it is exciting. And an excited unit we have is Dennis. Thanks for coming down, Dennis.
No worries, Jared.
What is this tyre?
Mud terrain tyre.
Really?
Finally, we've got something.
That's amazing.
Right? Happy days.
Yes.
Now, you're right. The unwrapping, first time I've seen it, very impressed. Sidewall looks impressive. Side biters and the shoulder wall look impressive.
It's actually chunky. I mean, I've got to be honest, and I'm going to sell myself short here a little bit. I was actually expecting something a little bit milder than this, like just sort of a regular sort of mud terrain. But if you see this thing in the person, it's actually proper chunky. Like, what's your first impressions?
First impression is that, look, this is going to eat up some of the tracks that we have in Australia, right? So I'm looking at it and I go, okay, there's not many places where this thing will fail. But when you start looking at the details in terms of the step ups here, in terms of the little teeth that you got between the tread blocks, even the little grooves in the inner tread block, it's
cool.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Before we delve into the technology, who is this tyre for?
So this is more your serious off-road, right? Where you want to go to the roughest track that you can think of, right?
And you want a tyre that's not going to let you down, right?
Correct.
It's been a few years since you've had the previous Wrangler MTR.
Yeah, correct.
So this will be a pretty good halo product for you guys. So this is the biggest and the best when it comes to actual off-road
when it comes to your premium off-road tyre, this is the one.
This is the one. Right. So let's delve into the tech a little bit and actually have a look at the tread face. So, I mean, straight away, I can see that there's all sorts of little details going on in here. What sings to you?
This one here, where we've got on the outer tread, this is called tractive groove technology. The purpose for this is that when you go through your mud, right, or anything that's rugged, there's going to be some debris that will get stuck here, right? And when you've got little teeth sitting under that, right, you're creating these little pockets.
Have little voids,
right? And with such a large void, once you start getting some revolution on this, right, it's just going to go.
Yes.
Right.
So you're going to have more grip because the mud is clearing out of the void more easily.
Yeah. So, and you follow towards the middle part of the tread, right? You still have these little grooves continuing on. Right?
Yeah. So these little serrations, these are sort of, again, for clearing, or are they for noise or anything like that, do you reckon?
If you look at how this is actually promoted in our friends in North America, this is to kick rocks out of the way.
Kick rocks out of the way.
Yeah, so this
is
tyre
that what they said? It kicks rocks.
Kick the rock.
That's right.
Yeah.
We've got some cool little sort of, the siping sort of leads into these voids in here as well.
When you got your blade angle configuration, and that's such a long terminology of it, but again, you've got little step-ups from within the tread blocks, right? And this is where the little details get into play, right? So it's not just one full layer of a tread block, just there and that's it, right? You've got little step-ups there, right? And you think about it, how does that actually work from an off-road perspective, right? So again, it's grabbing that grip, right? Each one.
Yeah. That's awesome, all these little grabbing angles. And just the voids themselves, like, not often you can fit the full calibrated finger into the gap.
Can I just say, guys, that the industry standard to testing the void, and Jared, you've got your little finger there.
Yeah, this thing gets hired out.
It is. It's such in demand. So when you look at the gap for his finger, you can almost fit another finger there, so to speak, right? So, yes, again, guys, tyre industry-wise, your industry standard.
That's right.
The void gap is so big.
That's right.
And this is when you're talking about kicking rocks out the way.
Kicking rocks out of the way and big time grip.
Big time grip.
That's right. So, and we'll do the nose test later on as well.
Look at this. Right?
Yes.
Your shoulder wall. Usually you just get one step here.
Yep.
You've got two.
Two for the price of one.
And they're actually the scalp.
And again, we're talking about calibrated fingering here. We actually have some pretty decent scalloping going on between the blocks, so that's really going to help you chew your way out of wherever you're stuck in.
Yeah.
And then we've got the gum strip here as well. I can see this ridging. Is that what?
Well, this is a step up. And again, in terms of how this is designed, you'd want the it'll wrap around from your side wall to your shoulder wall, right? So again, you've got that little protection,
Yes.
right, and strength to keep this rigid, this section here.
Absolutely.
So as you know, when you start airing down, right, where it's vulnerable, it starts to balloon here.
That's right.
Right? You want that strength there.
Absolutely, more protection is always good. So then we've got some pretty serious side biters going on here as well.
This is the first time I've seen the side biters. This is fantastic,
Yeah,
right?
so again, calibration, I'm pushing down a fair bit, but they're actually relatively level with the calibrated little finger.
That's right. And not just that, you got this serrated sort of lines in between it, right? So again, this is all, for me anyway, getting that traction when you've got it planted against a wall or some rut, you want to get up there in an angle, get some nice flex going.
So it's all about traction and protection. That's awesome. And then, hey, we've got white writing here as well.
It is.
Do you know if the white writing is across the range?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's awesome. So, you know, for the show pony like me, you can have your white writing out and about, but there is black writing on this side as well. So you've got the alternative option. The side biters are the same on both sides?
Correct.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Cool. What sort of weight are we looking at for this tyre?
So for a size of a 265 70-17, 24.4.
24.4 kilos. So still pretty light.
Yeah. Well, in terms of tread depth, right, 14.8 mil.
14. That's so. Given that some OE tyres are usually 8ish mil, 8ish mil, then 14.5 mil. That's an extra 5.5 mil worth of tread depth.
Yep.
So that's a pretty serious step up.
If we're going to be a weight conscious industry about going around camping and so on, and I know I'm weight conscious as well.
Absolutely. I saw you getting stuck in the lunch.
There is no reason why that investment will pay off.
Yes.
Right. It's similar to saying light truck versus non-light truck. 3-ply versus non-3-ply. Right.
Yep.
So when you look at weight reduction, that's important as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So. Given that it is a 3-ply carcass and it's particularly thick in the sidewall, it's actually, I usually like to do a bit of deflection, which you can argue whether that means something or not, but it is quite, there's definitely got some heft to it in comparison to lots of other tyres that I've fondled. So it's, I like it.
Now, I've been waiting for this. Void gaps.
Void gaps.
For
precise calibrated nozzles.
Are we going to do a joint one, or
I think we should finish off with a joint again. There's no way we can't get past this. So on 3.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Actually, let's not finish because that's quite comfortable.
That is quite.
I mean, I can fit the whole thing in there really.
Yeah.
And all the gaps are roughly the same too. So I mean, there is a few narrower gaps in there, but literally.
And can you smell that? Smells like money, or?
Smells like team spirit. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
See you guys.